Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We ask you to bless this board and give us the understanding and guidance to make the best decisions possible for Union County. We ask you to watch over our first responders. These things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. Commissioner Harville.
Here.
Commissioner Pitts.
Here.
Commissioner Miller.
Here.
Mr. Bierstadt.
Here.
Commissioner Gould. Absent.
Forum, I'll call the meeting to order. Approval of minutes. They're not ready, right? Public comments. Jeff? You want to talk about going to Vegas or anything?
Oh, me? No, as long as keep moving along.
Okay. Make sure. Committee reports.
Well, Max, we had our Southern Five regional planning meeting last Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but Tuesday before. There's not a lot going on, but there was some things that were sort of interested to me, so I'm gonna bring them up to the board. Is there a meeting with the Bina High School, or met with them, discussing options in regards to a sports complex in Johnson County. And like I said, that's what I thought was interesting. And the city of Mound City, they submitted a pre-application for a new library roof and building repairs down there on their building down there. And thirdly, the village of Alto Pass is still awaiting awards for their new steps and handrails for the village up there in Alto. So I'll have more next time.
All right, thank you.
And I'm happy to report that animal control is moving on. Broke ground, things are moving right along here. Our numbers are up, we've got a few more animals in than usual. And appreciate any donations that we can get, both, kibbles and bits and monetary donations. It's sure help out right now. But other than that, we're good.
Southern 7 will have their next meeting on the 28th of this month.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Building permits.
You have one, parcel number 06043578 It's at 3860 Boyd Road in Anna for Larry Busby Jr. and Kimberly Busby. It's a new home, no floodplain, no subdivision, recommended for approval.
This is a home, is it? That's good news.
Any questions? Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second that.
Commissioner Harville.
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts.
Yes.
Commissioner Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Bierstadt.
Yes.
Whole business ordinance amending, restating, codifying the hotel operator's occupation tax. We're just about done with that, finally. Just waiting on just a couple little.
I told Tyler I'm on vacation next week, so when I come back, I'll make contact with the municipality so that we can get together with them and explain, the agreement.
A couple more added to it that we're gonna have.
Guess, I haven't talked to Tyler yet to see if do we need to add those. I would assume we need to add them, but I don't know. I guess I don't know how the statute reads, if it's, is it villages or just municipalities or whatever. So we haven't discussed that yet.
Okay. So we'll continue to table that for the time being. New business, approved payment of bills. Everybody had a chance to look at the bill list. Any questions?
I'll make a motion to pay our bills.
I'll second it. Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Mr. Pitts?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Beersma?
Yes.
Next item, resolution appointing trustee of the Buncombe Public Water District. They had received a letter of resignation, as it states here in the resolution, from Kimberly Cole, who was on the board. They gave us the name of Kim Howe to appoint. I'll make a motion that we appoint Kim Howe to trustee of the Buncombe Public Water District for the remainder of the term expiring on the first Monday in May 2025.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Mr. Pitts?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Beersma?
Yes.
Next item. Resolution appointing member of the Southern Seven Board of Health. Been given the name of Debbie McKibben for a term beginning immediately and expiring on June 30th, 2025. Any questions? I make a motion that we appoint Debbie McKibben to be a member of the Southern Seven Health Board of Health.
I second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Mr. Pitts?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Beersma?
Abstain.
Okay, next item, redeploy. Got a whole stack here.
You're up.
Just for you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys for allowing me here today. Sorry for the short notice. The grant was released quite late this year, but I want to talk to you guys about our plans for fiscal year 25. I'm Becky Pierce. I'm the program director for the First Circuit Redeploy Program, and that covers the 9 counties within the First Circuit. So the papers that you have in front of you, the very first is a summary of the budget, and then we're going to break it down based on the funds that we have in each line item that we're going to ask for fiscal year 25. And I'm also going to explain the changes that we have coming up. So I'm not going to go over the first summary. That's just for you guys to have if you don't want to follow along to the more in-depth pages. I'm going to start on page number 1, which is personnel. So one big change that we have this year is we're bringing on an engagement specialist. So we're serving an average of anywhere from 45 to 55 kids a month that we have on our caseload. And it's getting quite a bit for Julia to manage by herself. So we're going to bring this engagement specialist on that is going to be primarily over assessments in the very beginning, which we call the YAZI. This determines whether they're redeploy eligible or not. Right now we have the YAZI, we have our subcontractors complete the YAZI, and we're seeing quite a bit of time from when we'd like to receive it, which is about a week. And there's been times where we're not getting it back for up to a month, maybe even 2 months, because they're so short-staffed. And our subcontractors are struggling a little bit to get that turnaround time, which we're not super happy with. So we thought we would try to intervene and bring on engagement specialists that will work for redeploy, and they'll be completing all the YAZIs within the week that the youth is referred to us, as far as, as long as we're able to get hold of the family and the client, that is. And then they're also going to be over parental engagement, which redeploy at the state level is making a big deal on. We want to get the families involved, get them involved in counseling. We want to not just work on the client, but extend it to if they need assistance paying their bills to help get them back on track, or if they need assistance with groceries. We've been doing this a little bit throughout the last couple of years, but this is something they really want to focus on. And you'll see under our miscellaneous costs where we have funds for that. But the engagement specialist will be the same exact as the client care coordinator, which is 40 hours a week position. And then you'll see the personnel costs off to the side, what each position makes.
You have to post that, or you've got somebody.
We're gonna have to post it, yes. The second page you see here is the fringe benefits. This includes health insurance coverage, taxes required for IMRF collection, vision and life insurance, dental, workers' comp, and unemployment. And the fiscal year, just to mention, is from July 1st, 2024 to June 30th of 2025. So all this will be in July 1st of this year. The next page is travel. So this is mileage reimbursement. We have it broken down per employee. So from Julia, myself, and the engagement specialist. In the narrative, you'll see where we have an all-sites meeting that's held in Bloomington, Illinois every spring and fall. The client care coordinator travels to and from meetings and incentive supply runs. The engagement specialist will be attending family engagements, Yazzie assessment travel, and then I travel to and from stakeholder meetings, events, and trainings throughout the First Circuit. And we have it broken down approximately how many miles we'll travel within the year. The next page, you'll see the office supplies. So we're setting aside $4,800 this year for the office supplies, and this is primarily, well, I guess the majority of these funds come for giving a docking station, keyboard, mouse, and laptop for the engagement specialist. Usually the funds aren't this high, but we will have to purchase those things for the new position. The next page are the contractual services. We are not adding on any new subcontractors this year. We are sticking with the same ones. They've been doing pretty well for us, and we're happy with their positions. Each year, one thing that I have to focus on is how much we think we're going to spend for each contractual service. That's kind of hard whenever you don't know how many clients you're going to have, or how many assessments are going to take place, or who's going to be sent a referral, or how many transportations are going to be made. So we have to guess basically off of the previous year. So these numbers did go down quite a bit of what we've spent so far this year, which, you know, that's okay, because we have made up for it in other areas, like bringing on the new employee. But we're going to be subcontracting with Jewel Psychological Services, Advanced Transportation, Stress and Trauma Treatment Center, Choices Counseling, Progressive Life Counseling, Aeroleaf, and Egyptian. So Dr. Jewel provides our psychological and fitness evaluations. Advanced Transportation takes our kids all over the First Circuit. The Stress and Trauma Treatment Center, Progressive Life, Aeroleaf, and Egyptian all provide counseling services. And then Choices also provides counseling services, but those are sex abuse and sex crime services. The next page you see will be a breakdown of each subcontract. The next page after subcontractors is occupancy. So we rent from MSI Investments, and it was previously $700 a month, but he has upped it to $950 because we were not paying for utilities. And over the course of the year, it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper to just up the rent than it is to pay for utilities. So you'll see a breakdown of our office space, which is 1,400 square feet, and it'll be $950 a month. The next page is telecom. So this will be the director and client care coordinator cell phone. We have security cameras up at the office because we have a lot of youth coming in and out and families coming in and out. We have Mayor Network's privacy fee for emailing, and then we also have Frontier for our internet and fax machine. And there's a breakdown for the year about how much each of those will cost. For training and education, we have two things: online tutors and courses. So we go through OutSchool Tutors and Court Solutions online anger management classes that we offer for the redeploy youth. And then we also have the Kids Court and Schools Conference. So we are working with the Second Circuit on the Kids Courts and Schools Conference. And we're planning to do this every year. This is a huge training for anybody that is involved in schools, courts, counselors, anybody that is involved in a youth's life can attend this. And we're going to have multiple training sessions on different counseling options like CCBYS and trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy. We're going to have truancy breakout course. We're going to have a grooming breakout course, domestic violence. We're just trying to put as many trainings, and it's going to be breakout sessions starting at 11 a.m. throughout the afternoon time, and then you can choose which breakout session you would like to attend. So we're getting ready to send that out for this year, but we also plan to do it again next year. And we're partnering with the Juvenile Justice Councils of Illinois and Redeploy Illinois to put this on for both circuits. The next page are miscellaneous costs. So we have, like I mentioned earlier, client and family engagement. We're asking for $5,000. Last year we asked for $1,000 and we've pretty well spent that down. But this is where we want to focus on the groceries, if there's a bill that's behind that the family's struggling with, or taxes. We usually have to get permission through the state to do these things, but more times than not, if it's a one-time thing that's just going to get the family back up on their feet, and they do have to be a redeploy client. This isn't just for random people in the community. They do have to be a redeploy client in order to receive this assistance. The next thing you'll see is gas cards. We provide these to families. There's times where we have kids that have to go to residential, and sometimes the parents want to take them, and other times we use advanced transportation, but more times than not, we have to rely on the family. So we'll provide them gas cards, or we'll also provide the clients gas cards if they're driving to and from appointments. So we take out that complaint that they don't have a. The next thing, similar to gas cards, are phone cards and phones. If our clients do not have cell phones, we will provide them with a cell phone and cell phone card, so they don't have an excuse to not show up to probation, or probation can't get a hold of them, or we can't get a hold of them, or the counselor can't get a hold of them. We try to take out that issue. The next is GED testing and supplies. This is for online practice test and the GED test. And then last is incentive supplies and marketing. And this is our incentive and supply closet. So the youth earn points based on attending probation appointments, attending counseling sessions, making good grades for a certain amount of time if they were failing, or attending school if they were not yet attending school. And then they're able to cash those incentives in like cash, and we have an incentive closet at our office that they can choose from. And if it's low, or if we don't have something that they might enjoy, then we'll go purchase it for them. And then similar to the incentive closet, we have a supply closet, but this is primarily for clothes and hygiene items. Or if they have an interview, we will purchase them an interview outfit. So the incentive supplies and marketing, we're just bunching together, and marketing is stuff for our stakeholders and the families and anybody that we meet along the way that's interested in redeploying. And then the last page here is the indirect costs. So the indirect costs are each category, excluding occupancy and subcontract amounts over $25,000, but the indirect costs, and Angie, help me out if I mess this up, she's a lot more knowledgeable about this, are what the county brings in from the grant. So instead of, the state of Illinois just making it, us paying for everything and getting funds, but with the county running it and helping us out, they make money off of each individual item as well. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions?
The only thing I would add is Becky's grant is 100% funded by the state. So
Yes.
there's not a match required for the county or anything. Whatever we spend, we turn in every month. They reimburse us back, and her grant is very quick at reimbursing us. So I don't know why it's different than the others, but it is. So, and then like she said, the amount you see on that last page, which is 40,000, is it's basically your administrative fees. So it's for my time, reviewing her stuff on a monthly basis, and her time preparing the stuff and everything like that. So it doesn't cost us anything to run it, and the county makes $40,000 off her grant.
Well, unfortunately, it's a much needed program.
Mhm.
I can remember when we started it, I think Judge Edmonds was the state attorney at the time, and had this going on. And again, unfortunately, the caseload is increasing every year, which is sad deal, but I think it's very program.
What's your success rate?
As of March, we like to go off of how many clients we serve each fiscal year, because in the grant, we have to put that in of our goal for the next year, what we're going to serve. And we put in, we would serve 80 clients, and as of March 1st, we were at 70 for the circuit, and we have 14 clients that are pending services right now, just waiting on the Aussie. So we'll surely be over 80 by July, and if we get any more referrals, then it'll probably be closer to 90. So,
Good, good. Anybody have any questions or?
thank you, guys.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you. Good job. And as usual, we have to go through each one of these approving one at a time, so I think we can drag this out for about an hour and a half, and
You might be able to.
First item, redeploy EHS application and budget. I make a motion that we approve that as written. I'll say that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
If anybody has any questions on this, as you go through these, feel free to yell out and get more explanation. But it basically follows just what she presented on these pages here. Next item E, redeploy MSI investment lease. I make a motion we approve it as written. Second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
Item F, redeploy subcontract agreement stress and trauma treatment center. Make a motion we approve this as written. Second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Excuse me, Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
Item G, redeploy subcontract agreement Egyptian Health Department. Make a motion we approve as written. Second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
Item H, redeploy subcontract agreement with Aeroleaf. Make a motion we approve as written. I'll second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
I redeploy subcontract agreement, Jewel Psychological Services. Make a motion we approve as written. Second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
Item J, redeploy subcontract agreement, advanced transportation. Make a motion we approve as written. Second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
K, redeploy subcontract agreement, Choice Counseling. I make a motion we approve as written. Second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
Item L, redeploy subcontract agreement, Progressive Life Counseling LLC. I make a motion we approve as written. I'll second that.
Commissioner Harville?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Bierstadt?
Yes.
Okay, very good. You're up and going. Which we could go through each one of these. but they-
Go for it.
We can move backwards.
Yeah. Don't think we have anything for executive session, is that correct, Angie?
We do not.
Other business, anybody?
We've been invited to the job fair at Shawnee College April 3rd, so I'll be down there presenting the annual service.
I'd like to remind people to drive careful through the construction zones we have going on at present time.
Everything moving along as far as the eclipse and so forth?
Yep, we're expecting to have 4 ambulances out. We've got our trailers prepared to go out.
Very good.
A lot of help from the local health facilities.
One quick note, I don't know if everybody's aware of it, I think you all probably are. Kenny Swink will be retiring here this end of the month, right? That's right. There's going to be luncheon for him, honoring him on Thursday, March 28th, here in the community room. So be sure you put that on your calendar and come wish Kenny the best if you have time to get in here.
What time?
12 to 3 p.m. to come and go, or you can come and stay, whatever you choose.
Election went good, very smooth night, not a lot of issues at all, really, all day, so very, very good, good election. I want to thank you guys for approving the new express vote ballot marking machines that we used in the early voting drill that came in. We got a lot of compliments. It was nice. A lot of people like to use those. And that was part of the budget from last year. I want to thank you because that's going to make our life a lot easier in there to process and get people in and out. So it makes it a lot easier. And actually, eventually one day it'll be more economical, but not there yet. We're getting there. So, but any questions, let me know on that. We don't officially have the official results till April 2nd. That's 14 days after the election. But we are able to call all the races at this point. So.
Did we have any results from our equipment surplus auction?
Oh, yes, everything has sold. I can't tell you the amount. So right now I'm arranging pickups for everybody with Jeff and, but we got all the amounts Jeff was pleased with. So he accepted all the bids because with Gov Deals at the end of the bidding period, we can go in and either accept the amount that was bid or we can reject it if it doesn't bring in as much money as what we expect it to. So everything Jeff was happy about and either met or exceeded his expectations. So
That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Let me back up real quick here on Kenny. If you're going to come, you need to RSVP Tanner in the assessor's office, so she's got a head count. So, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Feedback off of Lance, congratulations to all the people that won their primaries and get a chance to move on, and glad to have that going forward. So I want to say congratulations to those people.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
A lot of people passed away to give us that right.
I move to adjourn. Let's wait just a minute.
I second it.
That's not
I guess I can die for like a second. So at this point, we don't have a second. So I guess we'll touch
Yeah.
a set here.
I second. I thought we were gonna make an exception for that.
Commissioner Harville,
Yes.
Mr. Pitts,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Bierstadt.
Oh, yes.
All approved.
Enjoy your trip.
Yeah.
Hey.